Hey one, hey all, welcome to Monday, welcome to Countdown Day, and today we're going to do the top 10 Transformers masterpiece, movie masterpiece, and I guess MPG figures. No third party here, this is official masterpiece, and I will say like the associated lines, right? That's why I include MPM, that's why I include MPG, of course as voted on by fans. Those of you who are thinking along the third party realm of things, don't worry, we're going to get back to that topic. Much like the last couple of topics have been, I must be very clear before we go forward that a lot of these I do not have first-hand experience with. I am not at all an MP collector or an MP guy. The line never appealed to me personally. So again, this is much like last week where what I say is what voters said to me. If something's incorrect, if something's in error, please correct it in the comments because I'm only reporting what it was that came to me. With that caveat out of the way, sounds a little repetitive from last week, but with that caveat out of the way, we're going to take a look at the top 10 MP Transformers figures as voted on by fans in the latest GotBot Counts Down. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. So, we have one honorable mention this week. It is MP Prowl. Now, I looked at the blue streak version of that. Actually, I think it was a KO. Might have been the old Tasaka Tomy. Tasaka Tomy. Good grief. But I'm familiar with that mold, and even I have to say, that mold is fantastic. As the KO, I thought it was fantastic. I can only assume that the actual one is fantastic. A lot of people that did vote for Prowl also said, hey, look, it could be any of the Datsuns, but I'm giving it to Prowl. So, Prowl is our honorable mention, our one and only honorable mention. He did not make the list. Remember, we only have 10 slots. So he did not make the list. Who did? What did? You know what we're going to do? We're going to kick things off as we always do with number 10. First. Ironically, kicking us off at number 10 is the guy who started it all. This guy, MP01 Optimus Prime. And people that voted for this guy said, look, he's the one that started it all. He's the standard bearer. He had a ton of die cast. He had a cool transformation. He was like nothing we had ever seen before. He even had like a bunch of things like a moving mask and the little, like, I guess computer thing in his arm. He was decked out. He was big. He was hefty. He was chunky. He felt great in hand. He was a gem, and even through all of the MP line, MP01 remains a gem, and he takes the number 10 slot. Coming in at number 9 is another Autobot leader with this guy. It is Star Saber, and those that voted for Star Saber said, look, I like the HasLab version, but the MP is more the correct size for, you know, what I think of scale in my mind. I like his proportions a little bit better. Some people say they like his transformation better. The one gripe that people tend to have with this guy is they feel like the arm articulation is more limited on him than on the HasLab. Other than that, they say the size, the heft, the look, the proportions, and the transformation is just top-notch chef's kiss. I can't speak to it myself. I've never reviewed or handled that Star Saber, but I understand that MP collectors will certainly feel that way, and I also understand that there's an argument to be made for the bigger stature of the MP. He takes the number 9 slot. Number 8 is this guy, Sideswipe. And there was, by the way, one vote for the G2 Recolor Lambor. I'll mention that now. But Sideswipe proper. And some people said, look, I like the first version that came out. Yeah, there was an anime version, but the very first one that came out seemed like a nice mix between realism and robot mode, like being accurate. And they said, he's a stupendous, clean robot. He's a stupendous, clean car with a stupendous, clean transformation. Make of that what you will. But anyway you cut it, Sideswipe takes the number 8 slot. Coming in at number 7, we dip into MPM with this guy. It's Brawl. And those that had Brawl said, look, he has a really good transformation that is actually smooth, especially for the MPM line. A couple of finicky bits, but once you get used to it, it's great. He makes a well-articulated, accurate-looking robot, and he makes a sinister-looking tank mode. I get it, and I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, for those reasons, and I guess probably more, MPM Brawl takes the number 7 slot. Sticking with MPM at number 6, we have this guy. It is Blackout, yeah. And I love the Studio Series Blackout, but something about the size, the stature, and the solidity of the MP is indeed better. The transformation is kind of wild and bonkers for it, but what a gorgeous looking helicopter mode, and what a perfectly intimidating, that's what I was looking for, intimidating robot mode. So great robot mode, great alt mode, and the transformation is involved, but at the same time fluid. It's rewarding from beginning to end. How can you not like the guy? MPM Blackout takes the number 6 slot. And now a hush falls over the crowd because we've reached the ever-coveted, ever-popular halfway mark. And at the halfway mark, we have this guy. That's right, it's Sunstreaker. I don't know anything about this mold. People said that he could have 2 car forms, I assume with and without his, like, I don't know what you call it, that thruster pack thing, the booster thing. I don't know if that's true or not. They said that the transformation is really smooth and clean, and they said that in robot mode the articulation is second to none, including full range of motion on all the joints. Everything about him is smooth and sleek, and he has the great look that you would expect, that you would demand Sunstreaker to have. Yeah. Everything about Sunstreaker apparently is top-notch perfect, and for that reason he takes the number 5 slot. Coming in at number 4, we have somebody who is often at number 4 with this guy. It's Grimlock. Now, I have reviewed Masterpiece Grimlock. I didn't like it as much as the Studio Series. I didn't find it as solid. However, I will say this, it does have a wide range of articulation. Not perfect, but it does have a wide range of articulation. It has pretty great proportions, and the chrome is nothing to laugh at. Specifically, those that voted for him said the version with the apron. I don't know what version came with the apron, but I understand that if you're going to have Grimlock, well, you probably want the apron and the little drink tray for sure. I love the look of it in both Dino mode and in robot mode. I wish that the build quality felt better in hand, at least for me. That said, that's only my experience, and a lot of people would say, hey, no, his build quality is fantastic in hand. There's nothing to complain about here. MP Grimlock takes the number 4 slot. Into the top 3 now, and at number 3 we have this guy. It's Megatron, MP36 Megatron. People said it took everything that was wrong about MP5 and fixed it. Yes, he still has his alt mode that he's supposed to have. Yes, it's a wild bonkers transformation, but it looks right in alt mode. It looks right in robot mode. In robot mode, he has ever so many accessories. He has ever so many points of articulation to get really every dynamic pose you could want. The head sculpts, the broken chest, all of it fills the bill for every kind of scene that you would really want Megatron to be in. From a smirking, laughing face to his grim face, having the eyebrow line right, the little triangles right. Everything is right. Everything is great. I gotta say, while I've heard of a number of paint scrape and breakage issues with MP36, and I've never handled it, though I know the delicacy of the reputation of it, but when you look at it, even I have to admit, it is about as quintessential and perfect of a Megatron as you could want. Fans feel that way, and he took the number 3 slot. Top 2 now. At number 2, we have a very popular one. In fact, I thought that this one was going to take number 1 because it's this. MP10. I get the popularity. I get that it's been used a zillion times over for this collaboration and that collaboration. We've seen the, vape, green camo-y version. We've seen a red camo-y version. There's the I feel like there was a crossover with Target at some point. There was certainly the Ghostbusters crossover. There's been lots of versions of MP10, and people will often say that they find the transformation very smooth and intuitive. They love the look of the truck mode. The robot mode is a beautiful amalgamation of realistic truck and animation, and they love his articulation. I didn't have the best experience with this mold. I found the arm and shoulder transformation kind of janky, and I don't like that he can't T-pose at all. I was built up, I think, for perfection here as a masterpiece, and I never got it. But I know I'm in the minority because enough fans think he is splendid enough that MP10 was able to take the number 2 slot. And now here we are, very tippy-top number 1. And number 1 and number 2 were neck and neck through the voting the whole time. Either one could have took it. And number 2 is this guy. It is Soundwave. Specifically, people voted for the Toys R Us Soundwave, saying, look, I know that it's each character 1 MP, but that one kind of takes head and shoulders over other ones because he came with so many cassettes and whatnot, apparently. I don't remember the release of that, but I do remember thinking it seemed like an all-in-one, all-encompassing version of Soundwave. The colors look accurate, the articulation is stupendous, he is big and beefy and scales really well next to, say, Megatron and Starscream. Some people say he's a little too big, actually, but I think he scales really well. He has beautiful paint, deep, rich coloration. He looks great in cassette player mode. He looks excellent in robot mode. About as perfect and quintessential of a Transformer and of a Soundwave as you could ever possibly hope for. Could they do a Soundwave 2.0 and improve on it? A lot of fans say, no, you can do it 2.0. It's not going to improve on what the original was. Make of that what you will, but Soundwave takes the number 1 slot. And that's it. We've gone from 10 down to 1 once again. Other ones that had votes, Thundercracker. Wasn't told which version of Thundercracker, the later one that's more cartoon accurate or the earlier one. Grapple, Inferno, MP44, MP10G specifically had one. Silver Streak, Blue Streak, of course, carrying on from Prowl from earlier. MP Primal, Ratchet, both MP Ratchet and MPM Ratchet, both Ratchets. MP28 Hot Rod had votes. Dinobot had votes. MPM Jazz, yes, he was actually really nice. MPM Ironhide had a vote. I'm shocked. I hated that thing. I thought the Studio Series was infinitely better. MP Ironhide, MP22 Magnus, Shuki from MPG, part of Raiden, of course, Shockwave, Black Arachnia. The Black Arachnia was beautiful to look at, too. MPM 12 Optimus Prime, Road Rage, Tigatron, Acid Storm, the Year of the Horse MP10. Ratbat specifically was the only cassette to actually get separate votes. I thought that Super Ginrai was going to make it from MPG, but not quite. Dia Burnout, Wheeljack, MP Wheeljack, by the way, not like an MPM or anything like that, just MP Wheeljack. Those and more. Hound, for example, was another one. Those are more. Like, there were so many that had votes. It was a furious round, very active. Few people tried to vote third party, and I had to say, no, not this time. Don't worry, we're going to revisit it. And I promise you, too, we will revisit third party and third party MP sooner rather than later. But for now, let me know if your favorites made the list or not. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.